te nak suma gan bi moy Essa Dampha NPP Media and Communication Team member la kon su ko defee di ko gërëm bu baba na bi na lunta bam Essa Dampha ti Essa Dampha mo be yalon ne ama introduction o nit woto Essa Dampha ne mun la lunta won jambi woto mbafla la barka bake mbafla drong na lunta baye mol kontong honorable Essa Dampha inshallah
barka bake Toma sta Essa Mbalo nye sama nye konton folo nye la moy lal fanan konton wani jiber lal fanan banko kameni banko e bantala mba fala do al sama al badi ma nyolam Essa fla wala studio do jam baraka panyato thank you very much
barka bake Essa Dampha aga munta ko nga concentrate on la rally alemin ke sukuta mune ñi rally sabu because jama ba fo kan crowd battle lebe kering katum United Democratic Party ila welcoming ñi ayal kijo farale al nata ñi rally ñi organize just to counter the crowd mi alon ko wolle funtitanum be ñi kala fo crowd battle lebe kering fo atol ni United Democratic tema fo mune kida
abaraka bake o ñi karo ko mata ba dolla ñi rally ane mola rali manyoma yalo ngirani nga schedule no rabai so honorable Musa Suso wala dingol soto NPP kono because akada executive member the NPP a dingol atero la karonte because politician bala
okay
kana tandila ko well mu executive member the sai NPP president wala na nke corporate member the national executive
okay
so alla buña fele so mom moy karonte ko ñi kay ñu comme ñi dara mo sabanari lulu ka fo kilim fula saba kane konton e ko janni konton robe siala mbaru nga ke a political reality whereby all of us can converge ngana kontara na appreciation tandi ala ngana pare fanan tandi ko be do ko kala ni NPP kaje ko president fasa ni election min kana so biri woketa musa so na lungo muta hay president notify ka invite ko ngamol min na badi wol terol ku kenyol kafnyol biriye ni place de la kan ke complètement mbati national executive i contanta ba ke fram fram la ngro di la ka buña futa nim ila faka nan konton su ko sarde ko sa ila buña bi so ye lungo londi wolungo alana ta ke na patiol alpha ba min ker na national president di alma ala yam fala wonde bul dembo bojam bay fos bakaw alana ta am mi ngiyo doya fu fo table so president ko wonte any political activities keladu fo ala tiltana no tammi usni mun na pati mulati na pati o faanam membalam na alfalam famalam na pati la national president wala so de any political activities keladu fo ay tammi fo tiltana no tammi ni tiltana no tammi da den sina lu wajibe be lu be mutala ko rek pour ñu réaliser ke wala rali ñu dile fofu da November 1st la yayi so ñun doon na de la ital ke wol amunda wol yatar lañ to ngal na ko pare so ndol lañ mawuli kamo counter ani fanan ka ko kran batul bir to ma be ko makil le fele wala ko NPP man flan so jang ani there's no competitor with NPP political party jam ni NPP so compete why the crowd long with whatever no to ma fe de ya long ko politique parti sen nganya no ala ya process abi bloqué o be NPP bu le fatam so ñun la baagi iko kumon ak ki game duñ deena so ndol ni moté ñu saba kula jang you know ndol tam ko ko be ndol be kan ndol roy kan ndol ni bar ndol da ndol ni moté ñu saba no la crowd competition la whatever no
akuma ta bake wakuma ta bari ya crowd ni nyaadi le because it's like mo jamal luas comme like motol mi alonko aning motorbikes sol mi alonko some of them be focus on social media mi alonko they are not Gambians pour que crowd ni donc crowd ni lafa e ko kule mi alonka mo jamal luas mi alonko e kodo le dila pour yena la ni aralito ko mo be focus on social media
to mi ale il faut yende dalla sai gambe la politico la ko di yalo ko biro e buka boy ni dakin so ñin ka fo e mol ki yo falandil yalla mol ka ñina ko président man dara jaabu tabulu you know so kulum din chapu chapilal be nata ibe por borne be ko mol be fala bare be min fole yalla kacho ñin kacho
bare dol ko sani students or fanal ye samba jela
go ide na jil
no ambe se sinde un sa sata
ora sai
mon nanu
ni man da ge fana ye video jele
yeah na
boy mo la gana ye info video ge ye student jela
ye nang na media sen jela everything
sai la media ko bale
intele nga ya
ko ite video min ge ana ye student o ge min na info bi yema no
video mo jama
so la la ko kacha de ngolo ko farante bayla no baw kacho gele ni be bantamoto ele de amo kasi pacha barni sele ko fir ibara ke de e dula ngon amunda wala kita kabri be wur kay ba barote bra ko fridro mo be de dundela ngon so foy sa ni allegation nadi ka fa ayalo ay ñene nat ay ñene look ndol ma carte win le over close to 500,000 votes of this country and registered voters 2021 minute carte kay de carota almost half of it MPP da male obeskio what popularity is not going down abe lafa kan every day and night kulun dol ten kan bi wol natal you understand so to be maybe expect at least to collect at least 75% of the vote
ya bare hani alla minister man son wala ko te kenola
minister jolo
ibrahim sila ako president baro yo fole bari ama mira fo se sotono
no Ibrahim
no ngala kuma moy
Ibrahim there is no anywhere
no akote sotono la looking at the political landscape I mean akote sotono la
mimbi je ndol ba wala ngini kam
akote sotono la so
what we are looking for
how can you justify that anyway
that's what we are looking for ndol be 75% la ngini kam
ba hana la mo na la mo fana fudira akote sotono la
what be la mirol momo you are entitled to your opinion kwadi so that's our message that's our plan that's our investment ndol bo la plan kam bo la ngini ka adu do ko kan towards that until otherwise by 2026 election dollar result we want to have at least 75% for MPP so MPP do be down ye Teo City you understand the kaja ko you work towards achieving that that's our plan and that's the message that minki kan mo be
akuma tabake kabri nyimitino tambita rally nyin tambita criticism siata ibal jalay kambake iko as a ruling party party nyin rally nyin manyan na kala castigation damati ka political opponent nyin castigate or something like that nyanta min fona nunje wolem albe molla balunya alived la nyaadile ani banko nyin kolea kol mi yalon ko wolbe lari mol kan wolle nyanta folonje bari iko yanga rally nyin be is about castigations and attack on your opponents wolle ketaje so
follow nyanda mi establish nyanda mi lodi la ka senandi wolom jimu political rally strictly political rally abange government function fonga je senandi masakunda ni patio man killing NPP la bewolom nyinti wala keta nyin sibu tambila strictly political rally la politique diamo la nyanda folaji politique kuma kam wala nyanda fola politique diamo la nyanda fola ani politique jabiro la fana nyanda kala donc exemple comment to jammi ma politique patio jele finde diam jumal fay président ka jende abe kono United Democratic Party kabri il bodela ke bama narala itata bendu yasma fala ko rabule podi mo londa e adiam daji akuma jama la fot yalla man ni ko ni opposition lolu e buka sulo seleto je fa jito anon ni alon ko ima hangi you cannot withstand the heat of the kitchen findi ko dum ngokon bari de be fa o damuta ndonga bero jurume kan e kumbo ko mas to kal ben bo be tel ite yalla ko you are living in a glass house ikap mol ma bere fa mi yalla ko wala sem wotet ni wona e jodoro e kumbo ko mas imaje waje ben bo atete fulo ye ma kabri e pode mo lon laye ay kuma jelle fo mi ala ka ay fay NPP kan ay fay président kan ala pati ni président ay opportunité sur ay politique plateforme o soto abe o kuma kan wol jaabi la il faut que mi na faje ko de so président o ñinde kan no be fay kan ay de yakane jaabi wala ke no so le président ma anala minister president of fire jaabi okay, so he sent in a befitting answer and respond to them. Imagine Kumbola. Mafala law Kumbola
so after he be Kumbola. Anyway.
Don't Kumbokan. Don't be to le president ma yaron mandia. Brie la podium londi la bundaro jebe kuma be fala. Dwala diam. And be minga klima wilia diam. Marongo will have a platform. Platform me alon use that to send a befitting response to them. I don't know like it. If I bring response in Nata, I get and I make to Nino for me Kumbola. Buffalo Quadria Dam Regional.
Okay, now Jaco, I honorable Ucheno Dabo respond Jaco Kabri Afuntita presents Akayako Itemu Anabila Mushalti, Akayako Itelem Nelson Mandela T. Ako Watimo Atelemu Anabila Mushati Munea falling ka ke Firaunati. Kule mi alonko ayafo ando ako the title of His Excellency Atela Diala kule mi alonko title of mi alonko honorable Uchen Dawo yasoto ando Atela Diala ngaje fo Uchen da honorable Uchen Dawo kabra na tafana ako political party obe yena ya coalition of form kanyim man sekunda useless man sekunda nyim bondi so ko fanan jabi je mi alonko kule mi alonko is direct response to honorable Uchen Dabo iko nyi response ni ite nyi jenyati
ngajele fo ko mi ngami fodoro kabri ko nebul dawo be ko mo fola ay nyi la ko nyimbe jabi la because il a political advisory lo ni de na de la bunda de ko nyimu criminal lo criminal masakunda criminal la me criminals kodi wo patio mi ala ko ka bo masakunda criminal wolle bon diselo ko quelle life rescue il a first assignment ka masakunda bi masakunda lota in fact han transition of mon commence solo first assignment in informal government la ñogi oro ñu be findi rek so ko maneno a useless or criminal government president ko ñu senay ko e ka ñu masakunda mi castigate bi kunu bi ten kunu ñu le bon fla ñaw ida kon demo annabla musa kunu sayem bi so kuda wala man fa no kadam e ka fa ñako e dum fira
ka tole use no during the campaign
yeah but say
I told you so he also contributed
go ko baro ala baro ko ka da tole sen ya fa ngade ko dum aya fa ngade fo dum aya fa ngade sam do dum adum da mo to kono afa mo to yaji akam bentala sangi mon ni fula ama ma sa kuna sorono ato ada fo amanke impersonation le comme ya mo le blunda ada fo ngade mo to kono ala den ko ta asama dota ay na fota ay banko yaay sinya nani ama banko solo ñim doy na atoda ma wa atoda ma la yusra banko solo odo ala barko ke udala ko to odo be ngina president kami fo lañ ko kono atale ke do la annabla musa bi ay ke filano di what went wrong what are the justification kono atale annabla musa bi ay ke filano so ñim lay ni ka rosil bari ngalon ko politique diamolam wala na politique jabro ya tara patraji yaje so ñinne be ñinne keta ñim man sakunda la président atanda ko ñim man sakunda la fodi do fono la because ñim man sakunda lo bla men tay la koto akita ñawña you have to acknowledge that one man sakunda be la ko man si folo il a force assignment wala ka make sure ite bondi président ke pade yalla na ko ye samba kotle called les grandes bellots. You understand? Ni president I revoke any day. They can be liable. But once I come single hands I single can kaje you know il a freedom of totally. So rom ko di mi alon ko mo mangen na ngina la wala. Adu ta ñaaw ni motive mangen na ngina la wala. It's important to acknowledge that one.
So I come for me alonko iko that will be a threat to his rule his re-election at a Kenola, because Honorable Hussein Dabo a political party will be commandi and Akafu United Democratic Party la. Ako Hani Party Bay oppositional party Bay Kafuta UDP ma abe boyla 2026. Iko kule me alonko niwo keta nim party Bay Kafuta UDP ma isala mansukunda dano. Baraka ateko Hani Kafuta ase boy.
Ndama fole what a bit han can present from Kafo. Ko there is no amount of coalition. B for UDP, for NRP, for PDOIS, for GDC. Any amount of coalition to the member present on Nala Masakunda Boynola. Remember,
Bari Allah Minister Amadba Ako United Movement for Change is a threat.
You have to justify that word.
Is a threat.
You have to justify that word. That threat. But getting an auto. Man, ko jabi follow. Kana nyina ko grand coalition. You want a grand coalition so the young bango. Party of me along Gabida for Sudan, party turning fender. Whoever coalition of Minko. And they are the incumbent. Coalition to Malabra on Sidlando. Kana nyina all day.
But all coalition you party don't be me along ko told them wrong. And more came table.
Say you didn't become a command before more came a ball. A party of call for more came a ball. You become Kapatiol Bay and Alec of Kam. You can put command for more chemical bull. How can I establish? So only on back of United Movement for change is a threat. Misleading Gambians. That's what he said. Amabako is a threat but misleading Gambians. Well, now social media coming for the Kalnene.
He won NPP and allied parties to not to underestimate.
Yeah, to be vigilant.
Yeah, not to underestimate this.
Wow,
one.
I'm political clout. So, you benchmark for me as a more trading in Noja. Being United Movement not for B. More about NPPs in Saudi.
But ni minister I single out. Movement was single out. Then it's a threat.
But minister Gela Diamda Dolma.
Nalo ne bare ati.
Minister Gela Diamda mine door for the ma. More money now you have your own concern. Fonde minister Jamala Diamda Jamala Diamda dole padi dolma. Not for any dolma. I come in for the willing to go. They are threat in misleading and misinforming the youths or the public through social media and other platforms. So I can get for Alan Haklo Pluto. They can be for near Diamtangi Jack. Nila faka mo ka funding kel muslima ya afu dia diamoko. Ako funding kel ka nahle. Munu. Ya promise min bela KMC ko min kala min kala ke tous. Ida keno. So ka mi mo min be fale kal mislead le, kal nene, kal du ko ko mi ko mantra keri ay ka nola. So in tek akol bari politically ñuluma ko cloud soto kadu mage yemi bondi NPP mo jël la resande NPP la exercer mi ka taraki mage ila des fils be kam do UDP ko you understand yep mi di ñuma rek jaay ka fu ñuma pull out mi mo sirade so politically they are zero to us but mi bi yewlen diko yusul ko say waxu dega wa ya xana xel so momin kan wax kuma kala taw fo social media ko mo ka to ko yalla di ni jurutara ase modo haklo tunyano on ba ka jele senendi wala diko al nga ledo di precaution nga haklo ti ka minfo ni e safaro ke nga safaro ke ni diam da nga diam ka ko senendi banko demol la saje kana fall into their trap.
Bari Gambia jan yalon ko silent voters form the majority. As a Keno, that silent voters one youth solid, and then the youths, if at all they are listening to these people, then it's a threat.
Yalon Nico, Yalon Minefo, that's a mistake.
Mistake.
You found a min cake and Imaro.
Jumal.
Well, this United Movement for Change. The demography survey, 62% are youths. So I never see the Yamana 62% of I remember see you are mistaken. You are mistaken. In Padiol Bay, they have their share in that 62. All this political party. I don't know, Jumale 10%, sorry, Jumale 5%, sorry, Jumale. Political party bijam. Amanke Padil Damale Biji, Amanke Musol Damale Biji, Amanke Keol Damale Biji, Amanke Dinol Damal, Padiol Bay Bajasi. Nim Padiola Commandoke, you became Algelage, you Musol Gage, you funding Kelge, and Nimoli, Nim Padiol Bay as well. So party kini jemi mbafala ko musol dama musol be bendela party wala kiol be bendela party wala di nungol be bendela o fani ke be no party is sotori so ite fana mbafala ko that's 62 how many percent ite min soto that's the data me from more convinced but ka mo be sirin ketela patu that's not true and wo fana say deceive no le you understand ndol be nga mi no ke sukuta ki ima fani ngeli nga be ka dara tiole complete fa ka ba nga forona le na e won alam ale ba ko ke NPP do ko forona le ba ko ka dara pour NPP ale ba wadi ma ya
iko ale ko dole dila
wala fa dal ma ko do so politics and economy they are ties together ndato dina la fam ka ba ha ko ni ma ko so de fanyo ban do ma ba ko so le ni mo be ko do ni mo wili mi be na legi so NPP ko so le ka wol be ko le ko di wol be la killing so hani yo fo dina wat sangi tan kamani wat la wala mol yep yalo mim problème odi mol malo miracle is a sacrifice no le ye volunteer ila patio ya support yela ko do fo bon yakje adreman ni imam tan ni ngaje in return e don min kata ila patio fa do le ko do di dol kabi dol ke ba ma kana nanya fa ko do di la pour ina bendu mina le ba mena ko NPP ko do di la pour ila président fasa so mo ko mi alon ko wo mu deceptive politics leti mol yo ko ni bondi mirol to yaje ko il est le président il est opposition ya gerte minna ñinna ruling party ya gerte ay wo kemel
akule mi yalon ka kumata ako campaign datita le 2026 ako t-shirt motol all the campaign materials in iba order kan from China wo kana wo besilo kan abenakan bare ay kumale fo mi yalon ko iko that is illegal mi yalon ko wolem alkalol chiefs and in governors and in even the ministers wole dung ala re-election campaign la because nga jele ko Essa Fall leader of APP Sobe has criticized President Adam Barrow for his for allegedly instructing alkalos ministers and chief and other officials to campaign for his re-election ahead of 2026 presidential election iko alkalo dundi political kono chiefs womukulete mi alonko is illegal because these are traditional leaders and these are not representing any political party nyimu molete mi alonko iman nyanna dunna political la cool to so kule mi alonko ko nim president nyinke ay loi le tinya
iko illegal ay loi ma tinya a section of court nya loi mi I want to hear that is that found the idea mo again but yalo lawyer he could have made mention a section or a clause of the constitution. Our section nyawretinya. Say I'm listening. Give me a clause I mean code jankavako is illegal. If you have
there's no clause that
means code is a wishful thinking. You want alkalo appoint. For you want to reform or alkalo. They can refer alkalo. Say for you want to appoint fake refer. Governor you want to appoint fake refer. Minister you want to appoint fake refer. All these are practically appointed.
But ngani ne fonu ya Jammeh koto ay alkalol be dundi political kono chiefs ama nyanda nyinkela so why now normalize everything that it is right for the president to do that
yalo min fota
so akamunta ko Jammeh time it was not right so signing is okay to go do that
no you understand let me give you coalition 2016 like campaign slogan in be for jail but they will bring in a legal framework mimbe alkalo ni wol sebol balla political legal framework loi
so munati na wo manke
mina na manke
munati na manke
loi gele tara jami
so munati na manke
loi gele tara bi mam pass
commitment no mol dol sa fono commitment le tije
there's no commitment on either side so what be what the loi code ni loi ni mam pass amam pass what are the justification there's no justification legally so me appoint now will can be at say by no loi to get me along either position I samba through election or through otherwise. You are appointed by the president. You are working for the president. Nim president point be someone in dollar say by no. Go tell person man guarantee. Nagala loi be minko. Ankalo ate okay sangi keme fa gere. Any government na na be do go kala. Say for the same thing, governor the same thing, minister the same thing. Then you know ko momoye by he or she have to face full force of the law. But as we speak, there's no legal framework, there's no section, there's no nothing.
Bariko kabring ni alkalo issue nying ya politicized wole Cairo wala tina Cairo man sabati tundol kono because it's like before ni fama fata itelebe singoto itelebe kela alkality it was like that before, and then it was harmonious situation me alonko kule me alonko Cairo be tundol to this infighting man tarani alkalosip court but kabring ya politicized and then ka alkalol appoint kule mi alon ko wala ñing problème be nati ñing satel kono ñing tundol kono
ani ya ko nafalen sura ka me jutal ite ya ko nafalen
ñaadi
min be no jang jande wala ka alkalo appoint anyhow he wanted
but sa ñing fana ngaji ñi man so la
bring president baronata alkali ya mo back to traditional owners milita mu alkal siwoti comme mi alon ko wala musa de lora fololti wo family alkali ya mo wala ka family le ka ben ye mo nominate ya samba governor you understand it governor ala tampu ka dia family need dispute settle within the family for example ite lam koroke ñi banda do mo mi ñende ka sia noto wala ñende na la bar di wala la pakata from parliament bank for di wala tata wala ka biya mo sabule ñi dia ma ngi ko e ka alkali ya boni Dampha kundal ya samba mbalo kunda wote de baro ko ke but within that balokunda melo ko wala indigenous ti wala sa de tiol de usate kono wala farmers man bang fama do ma do biye wo ngenda silano di wala fa ka haja ka ko fala no alkalo di jam so de adel ma dinke bandel be kala ki yo inyina ko I fama do ma biye le wala ngenda silano to so wala ka isu nati no isu nati wo flotte ma governor ka di amol te ma ko mo ko so bara ma ka fa ko is outside I'm outside kana outside the family kana put traditional ownership wala alkaliato so wo ko ngenda senegal mo yalo ko nyama finna man soto finna man ke mi ala ko president wala amrindi ni finno so ta asunda family fo dum mal ko because ite fa simo ila fa wala topla fal man bang fa do mal bije imam bang fa la ite di wala fakata so this is the issue mi ka wodi amul nati bala ma ko president ka bonne from the family ancestral family to kasamba family ko dem yalla ko wulman ke satela lola fololti that's it
kula mi yalon ko kumata ay former president Jammeh ko fanam foje mi yalon ko aka lafta muranam banko kan janne because ako joint declaration lekita mi yalon ko ya sign between ECOWAS, AU and EU and the coalition then Maringaji ko Justice Minister Nen Funtita akwate manko joint declaration o je wala signed documents but man sekundana da funti ko den ako ha documents also but is not binding and in fact is not signed former president ko abe mulanan this month November President Barrow ako the airport is open and then as a Murlano and then as Alonko he is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and then former president I don't know what that mean ngaje mo jamal funtitana mi Alonko foni jarol national assembly member tumandin sane keba tumandin sane ako ni ko be former president arrest la at the airport abe instability nati la nyim banko kanne ngaje armama fanan jiba funtitana ako is unconstitutional ka foko ibe president former president Adama Barrow former president Jammeh arrest la airport kule mi yalon ko niake is illegal because the 1990s Kevin constitution immunity di former president kule mi yalon ko yantekel so nyim president Adama former president Jammeh ala na banko kan ite mi yaje nyadile and the president la response to these ones.
I thank the president His Excellency President Adam for befitting response. I mean it. Anala masakuna. Yala mfama call established. Kambe mansoto ngafa blado dole. Kambe clean mansoto between Jammeh and anyone. Being ECOWAS, being government of the Gambia, being anyone. Ala taku.
So what declaration mean by circulate can what
actually 14 points. 14 point declaration.
Yeah.
Jumare asal. Because what kind of cancer we can't get an ECOWAS and logo cabal. I never do. In fact, Jammeh for audio to Nialamoy. Amalo, who was the ECOWAS scammer? It's Secretary General at that time. Amalo, I don't know who is something. That means it's not binding. And Jammeh himself cannot produce a signed copy. ECOWAS giving. But Tom, it didn't have a tableau. agreement okay ma sign me along as magnitude as this your exit from power and you're going to exile what agreement okay I suffer I sign it mean from ko mo de ma han ko bikli so can we think can that whole water it ma han you can't even produce anything me along ko it as a binding document is I use no against the government ka international organisation international called body ñol qui compel pour ñu forcer ay hono it ma ko bisoro ala manda so yalo ko ci hanul min keta wala former president ye opportunity bela soto aya be fay ati fam wala betinya
okay mo opportunity
good opportunity ni asoto wala bring impasse be king kadre fayda before impasse amon sonta ana ko aya deny braka aya deny in fact ada ko ade election fam be burkale non le aya boy without fresh election
yeah
e kay ko wonde la election muti either you are a player in the game you have to abide by the rules of the game so ite engendo so le kayla kela di so contest yagin section 49 of the 19th constitution wala fo ni ite kadre fayde mo content as a president and ye right so le ganin tantil tantema eta supreme court you challenge the result but IEC so supreme court janning
but the supreme court knew was not in
good I'm coming so janning til tantema ayentena supreme court le ibala janning karen robe kala fo karflo ñim besila suñu ko se kit ido ñinta ye kido ñin kuntu nata IC le koyta ye min declare winner o ma win dan suñu ko ba afalina
nullify la
oh ya fa ko president karza fo I senga because the running is not and void suñu ko lo sembo so but funny enough ata ya jo fa man ani joji kilna suñu ko sangi fula suñu ko bi ye witaro George 2 years ama joji kilna digi ba sani opposition le ke samaji pour jodol kana si ko petition
do ko ya ke deliberately
okay deliberately because ya bi part lula supreme court sangi fulat jarama kat har jodol kila wa samaji ay gambe fana bondi commonwealth mi ala ko ka jojo ni no gambia sa en bila solo jojo la ko fen ko le négociation timol di den kiaman Ellen Johnson Salif la binal président pour way jojo wol kay jojolu wol binal in May Jojo bukan awalnya supaya kau Jojo wol kata vacation wol bukan move nyama they have their own time you feeding get parliament they can wol bina mela now what you need to do you step aside ye loi bla tambi president elect si in May Jojo binara ni nata yele ke samba supreme court they hear it and will make sure ni wol yele kito ke free and fair na rete le tonya soto tonya dila ana get dafa yibe mo rasambodi you come back to power so one guy go now peacefully exit we have that asylum is not remember Nigeria both lower and upper house of parliament in Nigeria they equip Buhari pour ka ko yar negotiation table to ya offer asina si Nigeria peacefully fentama ani ko jaman bi an ko yebela na table kan bara manso in fact ani wala kamno ani wala ka jaman nota for la bango wolta ya we president elect samba Mali atata aya fam satage aya kuma fala la nyami e ko wasi atandi ko sai dolbe install la le we're going to install you to protect the popular will of Gambians Gambian call ye kuma ka mi fo ka bambandi ka sotandi ka londi on the 19th you become the president and be installed sai de si ita Dakar for the 19 seater ya bijang back and forth dol bina na be diam la taninte like ana ateri ma ñol mu alfa konne ani assis mu tani le président so kana ikita wol ya tanda alfa tanda la ko ñul mu toutes les bulldog lati wol ECOWAS te invade la they are not going to invade your country so stay calm yela kolke ha matani na ga okay nga diamu wol ga ala do man nga kiteng for ala wato banta because ngajele then the spokesperson of coalition 2016 wala ko debula ni fasala aka ko mole you calm down so yorol be silo kangal tale fi ngol sa ata so ngol dila alkane attack alkane haras alla banko ni ngol lamidi andum commander in chief wala e silo kan mo jammena wato man bankolo he is still the legitimate president until on the 19th January 2017 wala na ala masaba banna na man ki hibu comme rebe ar wala kita gamme bi yefon na idin sida president o sign okay ay kalota Dakar ay sign ko Ecomig du gambe jam adi momo dara silokan they treat you as a rebel kabrin get federal so start kana ka movement ke gambe kunto gambe yaron jelle ko leb degal ko be ya fa ngi manka ci alped enimo ako ay assist ñol ko lani alfa ko ka afo sa central I'm going out wala ñu commande inform ka ko ala stop ako president sa ka findi ako ma sa kala movement ki
bare ate ko pour ka Cairo sabatindi ka funti ka Gambian so protect ka Cairo sabatindi wala tin na tat peacefully
wote de forcefully
so ela ta ya forcer
let me tell you one thing natra ko ala to nyaato Cairo sabat janni on the 19 wato singo babul anda ñu sign but ila ñu sokol agreement on the 21st last signed
yeah it's written 21st yeah
and what other is not legitimate president according to Gambian constitution ya wala sa ata man ke president ko tenge president o kaliu dala on di ko ñu le du njam so amanta peacefully abada da ma mangolo drum but ata dala forcefully because I learn the min kanana
well na jël
na ma findi min ba tar la jate o lon now ala ñantol la mu ka fuka kanale o mala ñantol de lu ak lim ma bali kanaja anu président ne ma fo ala député ala cabinet ministre ne ma fo ko ning jamela kanaja ma ton la kanaja imo fo bari kule ba faran kule be tama kule be jande wala lu ware ka tama banko kan kabra ko ta jam mbadan le ko président baro ning jamela relation amanke personnel ka ba ka wi fond aka be no loi la mo banko la ko la wala na birim président baro sita ay min folo ke amanke ko ka wonyama ay commission ako to ko ya min bele foka ka ko jambe na folo tinya ay ngine ke lata aliya establish ale witness sol commandi ale mol commandi ko dum rengem ya sala ya senka ya fo mole kabiri commission o ya do ko fa ya bak ya recommendation o safe ya report o safe ya di président la cabinet sita kumdo e white paper bondi isonda ko financial crime jamme ya kele ada ngada kido ayanta kido on financial crime ala human right violation amang ñeba ka wonyama ay TRC commission o lon public hearing mo be ya mo jere min fotam yayi ni adama do ñanto men tiñata mo jël lefa enforce visa piaran yarande ya wo mo bele ya moy banko kanja kabir won fanam pareta yela report o safe ya di président wala ani recommendation do président white paper nati almost 96% son da bela ko jamme ay gross human right violation ko genne ay ndala ki jol ana ñewul so loi bi jenne ma sa ko ndaka ñu ko
bari national human right commission wol funtitale amamme iko dal man so kun lana ni white paper and the TRC recommendation ni man traka implement kam because dol bi yel mi yalon ko recommend ko nyante bayla la ni sañi be do kola so all those things go TRC recommendation use can just target Jammeh but it's something that the government is not committed on implementing
go TRC recommendation mo jël la bayala jay mo jël retrench from system mba ko lay ko foma agibi alama ya fakala abandal ya bon system ko la wala fama ani mo lolu ya bon system ko no ika
dole tombo ika dole bulaji
sai mi ye wo
for
no look
National Human Rights Commission funtita nan ko
okay so table they are report in the parliament okay sai one parliament federation le ko mo commande institution commande mi ada responsible police bol la ko ami bol la ko parliament be wol commande la ya fe ko ñinam to kati daro allegation la ni magi ko ni melo ko sa ko pas diglo ki ma rek sit and say this is our findings kodi ni ko ñina findings yalla difle bo
yalla nembe publish like so this is not something like allegation da mal me something real
can name publish that does not make it valid mo se rek man la ko example yi kuriya la ka jité mo kuro la mi am famé to fo bar fo wala ke code le mu taban ka ba mi nga foto ye kuriya la ke ba ame example la kiti wala follow code ya declare ko to nya example ñi to kam to nya with facts and evidences or human rights report to the parliament they put their report before the parliament so parliament for the institution ni ele tol magi ibo commandel ke ngin ka this is the allegation against your institution adole kumba am day le ke ale dol bondi alman dol bondi ñin tol fele jaay ñi ne fo mina na me bondi they also narrate they are part of story But until and unless work it, it's just a one-sided story. Me I don't have deputy bungo fana bela do okelale ka o mol commandi ka be ko ñu comme auditeur general ka ñami ni yete toma di ya sama deputy bungo la deputy bungo mari fana commandi ma right now we in IEC. So going back and forth with Parliament. Yes.
So kule mi yalon ka kumata because nga letter do jele mi yalon ko Jammeh through his executive letter so fele mi yalon ko iko be president Adama Barrow notify la with the speaker and also AU and ECOWAS ka itendo ko former president Jammeh be murla nan banko kande. So one notification ka president notify ka itendo ko be murla nan banko kande iko waya itendo ko Jammeh serious. And then you go when you Mansakunda put into a panic mood later. You go Bruno, you go he was crying, leaving the country. Then the junglers we are here. Don't know imagine 23rd 19 about the president, will not president banta. All right, 20. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 5 days. 5 days, the man, I work at somebody who was crying, leaving the country. Yeah, Sanji Koronto, after 9 years. Bila I take post to the yellow girl can do that near info. Because it's like people may not work out for. Ila miro wala ifo in jahal. Barrow president wala going to he's the commander in chief. Okay, Ngaju Isafal says Barrow keep Ecomig in the Gambia out of fear of Jammeh. Let me tell you one thing. So Ecomig, they have their mandate, and the mandate is still holding. You understand? But in your opposition only more, one for a right law, what it can you come and find thing because you want to validate yourself. Because you know. Social media, politician or the media, and radio and television, politician or the media. You man ground, man fence. So it is permanent on social media today. What for a finti, the headline of a newspaper. But a ground of a vice of a rally command. Sanji Abidjan coming 2021 Abidjan. He can't even organize a simple rally. I don't know a super rally command. But I'm in the middle of the Katara social media to newspaper to Kagara one lake, and you come find. Then now I can find my job. But in Banko, Yimbanko is very safe. Yimbanko, there is no one in the panic mood in this country. Jammeh of 2016, Jammeh and Jammeh of today are totally different. Jammeh today is private city like me and I. Tonyalo, he may have political influence. I follow Soto, I condemn Soto, I terror Soto, I put Soto, I influence the political, me and Uncle Wufana, Motabana Walla. Ni wolbe diamu kan kele kanota nala wo muy la kanolati ani la kanu diamolati but what diamu man any binding soto o amang molet man fo mamandi in fact mbe kuma kel na fole jang mil mo sopodalti of Jammeh sopodal ise mako UDP la sopodal mata nyami 2016 yalong e ko fafa di wala kanyina bara mimbali kuntan dum fala kanyina bara mimbala sobolo bu kanyina Fafa don't know 2016 April 16 Jan. It's all the president. I United Democratic Party including the party leader. Had be so. Just public order act. Because you like it had be so. Came my trip, came based on Seloko. It had a kidola, you was 3 years. But I'm not giving UDP a minute. Cabrera Alpha Muda, Yella Padilla Bemuda. Fire a banco manama. You feel like him. So man, I never kid ever can be. If I am not funny, it all kiddy bunda, solidarity, Tandi, Dabana. Niki Banda, you Dabana Moran de Pano, is a mile to this road. It's a less serious work. Ya Tan and I, Mam Keleke, Imam Fitna came up, Kiddy fight, in the moment your Japan. For 3 years wrong. How years sentenced to 3 years? 5 kilometers, 5 no. It had a minute, it had a tell city because I have a campaign. But you got a job by the Yadile, well, I'm simple with Jammeh, but what a challenge through ballot box. It had a campaign, you would have a campaign for Banco Bella and Yokan, Jammeh Bondi. Coming down for a minute, 5 months on your Bondiselo. This is the analysis. So advice now. This is the advice I'm giving to them. Nila Jammeh Fasal, Nabida Kidiola, Yella Asabil Dum, Yella Model Fund, it has solidarity.
ni kido ya boyndi ya sorong wallahi whatever yeta campagne la
ite amira jamme ka muta ka arrest ni banko kan ka kitin ni banko ka te and instability na te la ni banko ka ite la miro
ate instability na te la amana te la gade ta ni alas bare beta mo la duna kido sojarol they are on the command Jammeh kuna is most powerful. He was the commander in chief. He command everyone. Biya jumala commander no talos lo kan loji. Ya jumala commander no bika Essa malo in so talos lo kan loji. Yes, ite ka do ka ko amiol kono ala mol bigi. Ota bayla no ko. Bar fa mo be en force wo bi da kudu dala kan ba. Abida kido lo fayla. Abida amor le mudala ko Jammeh so ngara kido lo fay. Abe kumoro la bata because wolu mi yalon ko be loro silo kan jam. Fo ya balno la manta. Kidol be bulu ibe lor airport blaga bita for balandala canada they could not lay their life for him. I don't see the reason why today they will do that, whereby the man look this man is illegitimate. Who is so modern government is security trade, whatever. There is no trade going on in this country, no trade at all. Maybe you willing to go ni anata a loi face I have found clear luato netara ko to ko yalmi lakam amanke tonyati yajele lawyer friendly he now become an elder statesman. In fact as a claim no le kabako former president wala tatulo privilege ni ñun ka alama ñol ka loi min fo wado le loi ni binala bar ni de ni loi yo tampon ibuga la ñando kanen fo loi imagine loi ya fo de fo e gendi ka loi fa loi se ngomindi loi fa 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 nan kam ay tayo se now se ni fa se set Saina bina folako then nyanda kan na former president state of Sotole loi sa samaya dia. In fact as a kero kandero de ko ay manzi angini tanabandere ko Senegal loi to loi ma balanka lo ko nge president ka ngini as a lono ay campaign na winda ay president ko nge ma o jele president bi jemi ko Donald Trump America akana nyadi ya understand ani other president mi alon ko like Brazil represent will be carried.
Time was it about 2026 draft budget estimate in Jube 59 billion 361 million $94,416 is well budget to me along ko wala nyanta deba estimate lem follow bari ngaje ko 13.4 billion wobekela debt service debt service mi yalon ko wolem dontoro nga antala bankol donto min na kodol mi yalon ko mba murundi le kan ko mu allocation olti mi yalon ka tele siata ministry wala department or beto mi yalon ko because last year it was 11 billion debt service but this year jeko alafata to 13 billion dontoro mi yalon ko ka donto ko kule mi yalon ko wala nyim bankola development on nasindi like mansakunda be dontoro kala drong don't draw mon balang dunia fo ni wala nata donc tigé gilote minna abe kew hani di so-called superpowers ibe gilobe gilon ban yo fo jangabe do fo be gorla to yalla mu sonta nyina ka fa ko ni gilota nyanda do la to I agree with you or any other person mimbe dem along that line comme for example ni ide lonta ibe do ko le lonta idara manyo bitol betara kulio yalla o lon ni yadu ma bata sa ni ba jole be ba jola drum wala sa salo la kana de 1/6 sota kala ni salo bande ajulu joke batandi par ni lon tay bitiki noyele wala bi ci ni stade me ko every month aka fennati yalla kamale productive sector o julo ni niya banjola sa la bi soka bule every month fenkala fa so ngawo sifale incorrect yake bari masakuna mingi ko len kaje ko sai kana debt service ni increase so that julo ni se ji ko abaji kanya min side thing is going down non de bawla 100 and something billion but right now is under 90 billion you understand it's going down so we are not going back try can put a fast track put a julo ni taka gindi. And also the good thing about the budget na local funding local fund you can go GLF B you know we will have a kande the funding the tax and non-tax revenue is increasing than the loan and the grant.
so niaji be bi lon ning grand min kata government kaminta wala be jika
but ni ko ni na that development for now only 20% development meant for development but ni na ta recurrent the current budget is 25 so iko wala wam kule timi
wo manyene jahal yalon korda niaji be bu nyawlo la ji ko la folo fada de neje babla ko mbara ngabo nga bu njawlo ku jama yol to folo mo dino wala gada kende abije karam julo may muta e man dino wal bay school fees la